Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Artisans, where last time we got completely stumped by a difficulty 3 puzzle or something. We'll see what happens this time. Let's see, do we have only 5s left? Oh no, I am a little bit afraid, but we'll do our best. Okay, so there's a 5 here. Okay, so everything of size 5. So we can certainly do whatever color this is. All of these are that color because I don't have room to make anything not that color. And we can do that trick perhaps a few times. Let's see. So this is going to be red. That's going to make that red because it can't be anything else. This is a non-red color, so we get all of that. All of that. Yeah, and so now whatever color this is, now these 4 have to all be yellow because I can't finish anything else. Something like that up here. This cell can be red. What if this cell isn't red? The cell isn't red, it doesn't work. Oh, okay, I see. I think. So I think the point is to look at this separation. So this collection of cells up here, which is 12 cells. And so the thing to notice here is if this becomes red, if this becomes red, now I've got 12 cells up here that can only be green and red, and that's not going to work. So therefore, red always takes this cell, which means green finishes there. Get rid of that sort of ugly penciling. And now, likewise, if red takes this cell, now I've cut off these 2. So red takes that cell, doesn't take that one. So red takes that, and now I've got some yellow fellow coming down here. We'll have a green fellow come down there. So let's see. So our yellow continues. Fill in a couple more of our little, oh, we've got a thing down here that's really appealing looking, actually. Oh, so orange is actually just finished. So this is blue. Okay, well, if this cell isn't yellow, yellow's not finishing. But as soon as this cell is yellow, both of these are yellow. So not that one, though. So yellow is actually just a P. So this is actually an X. Let's just draw in our N here. Push this up here. Coming here, but it could be the same as that one. I'll mark both of those like that. I see. If this cell isn't green, green doesn't get to enough cells. Oh, I broke it. Where did I break it? I thought everything I did was good. But this blue now can't finish without cutting off that green. Everything entered so far is correct. Oh, no, sorry. It's like, everything felt good. I'm glad I have that ability. Okay, so yeah, if blue goes here, it doesn't work. But blue can actually finish like this and let green finish like that is the thing I was not appreciating. Okay, and so now all of this is one giant F. Okay, so that all has to be the same omino. If this cell isn't orange, orange cuts it off as it grows, so that cell definitely is orange. So one of these two is orange, so I can at least draw a bar between them. Purple now, because of that, always takes this cell. Can't take that cell. So purple always grows like that, which then does make that orange, which makes that purple. And then we can fill in our little P pentomino down here. Voila. Okay, that 5 was much easier than the 4 that I spent forever on last time. Okay, all regions have size 8. Actually, could this all be yellow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It could all be yellow. Okay, so maybe I need to start doing things with the pen tool. Even if the pen tool is slightly ugly. How many cells is this? This is 40 cells. So there's going to be 5 total shapes in here. Okay, if this cell isn't yellow, it immediately breaks, because if this cell isn't yellow, let's just say it's orange, then yellow comes up like this, and yellow isn't getting anywhere near 8 cells, because yellow can't take that cell. So that cell at least is yellow. And the same applies if this cell isn't yellow. Then yellow is getting at most 4 cells. And the same actually applies if this cell is yellow, or sorry, isn't yellow. In fact, basically what I'm saying here is this cell isn't yellow, so yellow needs to grow enough to get to this number of cells. That would have been a more elegant way to phrase what I was saying. So that's yellow. So we've got those 5. At the very least. Counting to see if it broke instantly if I tried to make this not yellow, but I don't think it works, or I don't think it breaks instantly. Assuredly, one of these two could be yellow, or that one. Is it actually possible that neither of these is yellow? Maybe that's the more damning question. Yeah, if neither of these is yellow, that's actually a pretty big problem. Because if neither of these is yellow, then one grows this way and one grows this way. This one becomes red, just by force. But then this one now has to grow over there, and red doesn't get enough cells by anywhere close. So one of these has to be yellow, which actually means this little trio over here isn't yellow, because that would be all of yellow. So we can fill in a little purple thing over here. That is 7, so I can't take that, so that is 8. Okay, we can fill in our orange person up here. Orange needs 1 more cell. It's not this one. Okay, well, whatever this one is, it can grow down there like that, which then tells me which one orange is taking. Okay, so now this thing over here is now assuredly forced to be blue. Because in order to reach 8 cells, it definitely needs to take this cell. If you just count... Oh, I guess, sorry, that's not true. However, Yeah, I guess this is the way to say it. This region can't take this cell without becoming blue. However, if it takes this cell, then we have a problem that now blue is 9 cells. Okay, let me argue this a better way. Sorry, I found a much better way to argue this. This cell isn't blue, because if it is, now I've isolated these cells up here, which all must be blue, but now blue is 9 cells. So, in fact, blue goes up like this, blue can't take that cell, and so now all of this is blue. That's a much better way to phrase that. Okay, so now everything here is yellow and orange. Sorry, yellow and red. I don't know why I said orange. Now, that means that because there's only 2 colors left, these either goes yellow, red, yellow, or red, yellow, red. And it has to be red, yellow, red, because the yellow, red, yellow world, if I make this yellow and that yellow, has the problem that now both of these are also yellow. I feel like a football commentator. And now that's too many yellows, because that is now, that's now 9 yellows. That doesn't work. So we have to go red, yellow, red. This red, of course, comes over here. This cell can't be yellow, because if it's yellow, then red can't finish. So yellow actually comes up here like this. And then we can make our red finish like that. Very nice. Touch up the purple just a little bit. There we go. Okay, there's another 5 on this roof, I see. Okay, 9 is the size today. This is a 27 size grid, I'm guessing? Yeah, so there's 3 different regions. Okay, this is really cute. So there's only 3 regions total. And we know that 2 of them are different, and we know that 2 of them are the same. If I color this like this, this can only be yellow, because if this were the 3rd color, all 3 of them would be the same, and this would be unfillable. So that is yellow for sure. Yeah, there's one, the 3rd color that we haven't yet named is different to both of these. Now, unfortunately, this could be 3 different colors, at least in some theory. Although I guess I should pay attention to the fact that this is a shape that's going to have to be sort of repeated in blue. I'm trying to figure out what the easiest to argue cell is about this monstrosity that we have formed down here. Yeah, unfortunately, blue could go this way and get to, oh, it can't actually. So, if blue doesn't grow this way, then in the process of getting to 9 cells, blue wraps all the way around here. But the problem with blue wrapping all the way around there is it forces this cell to be yellow, and yellow and blue are the same, not different. That doesn't work. So blue always has to take at least that cell. I think almost assuredly all of these are the same. But I am unprepared to prove such a claim at the moment. Oh, okay, here's a different way to say this. Yellow can't connect around this way, because as soon as yellow does connect around this way... Oh, maybe not quite. It's almost true. It's not quite true. I was going to argue that as soon as yellow connects around this way, it forces blue to do that thing I just said. But I don't think it's quite true. Yeah, if this cell is yellow, both of these are the third region, but that seems very logical to me that both of these would end up being the third region. Okay, here's the argument. This cell is always the third region, because if this cell isn't the third region, then we know one of these two is the third region, and whichever one it is, it now can't possibly get to enough cells, right? I guess it's even worse if it's this one. If this is the third region, then this also ends up being the third region. So the only one you have to consider is, if this isn't the third region, this isn't the third region either. Because there's only two types of region, so these two are the same as each other. So I feel like I'm articulating this very poorly. If this is not the third region, therefore, this being the third region caps out at a size of 4. So this is the third region for sure. Which then, by my argument, does actually make that the third region, because this, therefore, is yellow or blue. And it's now definitely yellow, because blue's not getting there. Red needs to connect to red, and it can only do it sort of around this bend. Okay. Red has 4 more cells. So these cells down here are all yellow or blue. Okay. I think I'm prepared to argue this cell isn't blue. Because now, if this cell is blue, now yellow has to connect around basically the whole border, because now the border can't contain any blue cells or red cells, or sorry, it can't contain any blue cells. And so now yellow has to take, like, at the very least, all of these cells, and that is more than 9 cells. So I am prepared to argue that this cell is not blue, and therefore it is yellow or red. I really feel like yellow wants to connect this way. Yeah, I guess what I'm really arguing is that yellow connects around this way and not around this way anymore, because if yellow connects around this way, we have way too much border that has to be yellow. Because even this cell... yeah, but we'd have to get around here, so we'd have to be at least all of these. Yeah, so yellow definitely connects around this side, is the thing. When I argued blue can't take that, what I really argued is that actually yellow wraps around that side, not the other side. And red has to be a different shape than yellow and blue, which have to be the same shape. So somehow blue is going to end up having this whole same shape to it. Okay. This cell can only be blue, because yellow only has 3 more cells, so yellow can't get to it. And the same is true of this cell. Yellow only... Oh, no, so, yeah, yellow can't get to this. If yellow could go straight across and get to it, but that's a huge problem because it isolates these 2 cells, and red just can't get here at all. So that's always blue. This can't be red or yellow either. If this were red, it would cut off all of this stuff up here, so that's also blue. Okay, I think I have seen what the shape is. Now that I kind of want to argue that yellow doesn't go two cells this way. Because if it does, it forces red to go grab these cells. Maybe that's not quite a great argument to make. I argue that yellow doesn't go 3 cells this way. If yellow goes 3 cells this way, then it looks exactly like that. And now we have the problem that blue and yellow are definitely not the same anymore. So yellow goes at least 1 further this way, is what I was really looking for. This is one of those instances where I can see what the answer is in my head, but I'm trying to articulate that it is the only answer. And maybe it's not actually the answer, because I'm visualizing it, and my visualization is not always the best. Okay, so yellow is at 7. So if this cell is yellow, it's the last yellow cell. It's definitely not red. Yellow is 4 high. So blue has to be 4. I guess blue is 4 in this dimension. I think if this cell is red, it just makes it impossible for blue to have this little U shape in it, because where would the U shape go? Like here? But that doesn't work. I mean, that causes all kinds of problems. Because yellow's, remember, not done. Yellow still needs 2 more cells, so it would have to be, like, these 2 or something. It would have to be those 2. I'm just trying not to use the, like, I looked ahead far enough and it didn't work, is the kind of argument I try not to use on this channel whenever I can avoid it. Oh, this cell. This cell just has to be red, right? Blue's going to need at least 1 more cell to connect. So blue's got sort of 3 cells left. So that cell assuredly can't be blue, because if that cell was blue, it would force all of these to be blue, and that's too many additional cells for blue. So this cell has to be red. It's definitely not yellow. And if that cell's red, all of these are red as well. Now, if this cell is blue, that is going to force the exact shape of blue, and the exact shape of blue there then would be that shape, which, spoiler, is not the same as that shape. So that cell's not blue, it's red. This cell can't possibly be red, because if it was, that cell would be nothing. It's not yellow, so it's definitely blue. Yellow's currently sitting at 7, right? Yeah, yellow's currently sitting at 7. And it seems to me like this is the natural place to put the U that is in yellow, but I could be wrong. Okay, if this cell were to be blue, that definitely breaks, because if this cell were to be blue, then blue now has this T shape in it, which there's no way I'm fitting this T shape into yellow, I think I can say pretty confidently. So this cell's not blue, which forces this blue up over here, which then forces this yellow over here, this blue over here, so this is now all blue. This is now forced to be yellow. That's now forced to be red. That's now forced to be blue. Okay. I think I convinced myself this was the only solution, although my arguments there got maybe a little bit look-aheady for my tastes as we went along. Okay, but I think that's a good place to wrap it up for today. So thank you, as always, for watching, and we'll be back soon with more Artisans of Glimmith.